Today, tomorrow we're covering Vilayat, and next week of course is the Tawalla and Tabarra, and the last week of Ramadan is going to be, the Friday will be martyrdom, and the last Saturday will be intercession, tawassul, in Shia Islam. So with that, I would like to request Moulana Sahib to continue with today's program. Salawat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير الناصرين والمعين. Before we prove the usul al-din from the Quran and Hadith, we prove everything from aql, through logic. And the proofs are of two types: logical proofs and traditional proofs. Aqli and naqli, but it's not the Urdu naqli, which means fake. But it's the Arabic word. Now, first of all, you will try and prove Tawheed. Once Tawheed is proven, you come to prophethood, Sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first of all, and then prophethood. And you will use the Quran as a proof. If you're all looking at me, at the moment there's nothing coming on the screen. And you will use the Quran as a proof for the Holy Prophet. You prove that the Quran is word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone listening to me? Yes. Why do I get an impression that you're not listening to me? You use the Holy Quran as a proof for the prophethood of the Holy Prophet, and you prove that it is the word of God, it is a miracle, living miracle, it is authentic, most trustworthy book to have existed on the surface of the earth ever. Once you've proven that, then you can use the Holy Quran as proofs for Imamat. So you basically make all of that. I have had something like 12 or more sessions on Tawheed, about 6 sessions on Adl, and then we were starting Nabuwwat, and we haven't actually completed it in London. So you can imagine that you have to make all of those basic before you come to Imamat, and then Imamat itself is a long topic. Tonight, inshallah, we'll try and summarize some of the basic topics of Imamat in a gist. Otherwise, Imamat itself is a detailed topic. Ajala Muhammad Tahrani, may Allah have mercy on him, when he taught it, they became 18 volumes. 1/8 of just Imamat, the argument on Imamat. So you can imagine that these can be detailed topics in our Shia books of theology and also in philosophy. So you'll have different reasons. Now, the first verse that we use from the Holy Quran when you're arguing with someone, and whenever you have a question, just raise your hand and you can ask a question there and then, because it's not a formal session, it's an informal session. Whenever you have an argument from the Holy Quran with any Sunni brother or even a Shia brother that wants you to prove that Imamat is from the Holy Quran, you use this verse from the Holy Quran, Surah Baqarah, verse number 124. 124. Yeah, 124, yeah? Surah Baqarah, second surah, verse number 124. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا قَالَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي قَالَ لَا يَنَالُ عَهْدِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Now, many Sunnis try and come back to you and they say that no, this is for Ibrahim, and how can you use it for others? Answer number one, if you're making your own notes, then please note them down. Answer number one, you say that no, the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is for all times. وَلَن تَجِدُ فِي سُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. The Quran says you will not find any change in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's religion. What He made from Adam will remain till the day of judgment. When He says to Ibrahim that I've made you an Imam, the same criteria will apply to the Imams to come to the day of judgment. So the same criteria, on the same basis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will choose the Imam. He cannot bring down the level. It must go up, not go down. So it has to be at least that level. So anyone who does not have that standard, does not have what Ibrahim had, he cannot come to that standard of Imamat. Now, the first thing that we can prove from this verse is that the Imamat has come to the ones who have gone through trial. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّهِ. So, ibtila in Arabic is a trial. Ibtila. Bala se hai. You know, it has come from the word bala. Tribulations, trials. Bala in Urdu may have a different meaning, but it is trial. So, Ibrahim was tried. He first became, everyone paying attention, he first became a Nabi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him a Nabi, prophet, Nabi. Remember the Arabic terms. I don't like the English translation sometimes. Prophet means someone who does a prophecy. But when you say Nabi, the one who has message coming to him through an angel from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Wahi is coming down to him. That's what we call Nabi in Arabic. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after giving him Nabuwwat, He gave him Risalat. Risalat is a higher level, so he became a Rasul after he became Nabi. Every Rasul, which they translate as a messenger in English, every Rasul is a Nabi, but not every Nabi is a Rasul. How many Anbiya altogether? Nabis, plural is Anbiya. Anbiya, plural of Nabi. Kamil Anbiya, Hazrat Abu Dhar asked the Holy Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, how many prophets came? Kamil Anbiya, how many prophets altogether? From Adam till the Holy Prophet? 124,000. That's what the Holy Prophet said in Al-Khisal. And that's what we use as a proof, how many prophets. Because there is only one hadith from Abu Dhar Ghaffari, from Khisal of Shaykh Saduq. And likewise in the Sunnis. Same hadith by Abu Dhar Ghaffari in their own books. Khisal is over 1,000 years old text by Shaykh Saduq. Kamil Anbiya, I said 124,000. Kamil Mursalun, and how many messengers out of them? He said 313, 313. So out of those Anbiya, only 313 were Rasul. Anyone knows the difference between a Nabi and a Rasul? Yes?
The Rasuls who deliver the message, the Nabis get the message.
Ahsan. All prophets get the message, but Anbiya, they do not have to deliver. Mursaleen, the Rasul, has to deliver. He is ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has to go and deliver. So it's a higher ranking. He must have more qualities, he must have more attributes and more responsibilities. For those more responsibilities, he need to be higher in knowledge and in infallibility. Out of those 313 Mursaleen, there are 5 who are Ulul Azam, who had brought new Sharia. According to the Holy Quran, and some argue 6, because the Quran does not mention Adam. But how can the first prophet not bring, first Rasul cannot bring a Sharia? So new law. Those 5 are Nuh, Ibrahim, Musa, Moses, Isa, Jesus, and the last prophet. They brought in new Sharia, meaning they abrogated the rules in the previous Sharia, some of the rules, and brought in some of the new rulings. So some of the rulings were changing. Now Hazrat Ibrahim, after becoming a Rasul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him that you are my Khalil. Khalil, a friend. So Hazrat Ibrahim, when did he become a Khalil of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because he used to love listening to the tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He used to do the most tasbih. He used to do tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the highest level. So he heard an angel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down an angel who was saying, Subbuhun Quddusun Rabbul Malaikati wa Ruh. The way he said it, Hazrat Ibrahim said, who are you? Say it once more. I used to think that I do the tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the best. But you did it better than me. So he said it once again. He said, Subbuhun Quddusun Rabbul Malaikati wa Ruh. Hazrat Ibrahim used to be a shepherd. So he said, I'll give you half of my sheep. Say it once more. So that man said, Subbuhun Quddusun Rabbul Malaikati wa Ruh. Just for that one listening, he said, okay, I'll give you the other half. Say it once more. When he said it again, he said, I'll become your slave. Say it once more. When he became his slave, I'm cutting this story short, he said, now I want to see you who you are. He said, I'm an angel. Allah sent me down to test you. How much you love him. He has made you his Khalil, his friend. So he became Khalilullah. After Nabi he became Rasul, and then he became Khalilullah. And then when he was about 100 and something, he had to slaughter his own son Ismail. But he had to tie his eyes, because he said, I cannot see you being slaughtered in front of me. You all know the story. Eid al-Adha we celebrate. At that point, when he put down Hazrat Ismail and tied his hand, he said, Father, tie my hands, because you won't be able to take it when you see my hands moving. You've tied your eyes, but obviously when I'm being slaughtered, I will be moving my hands and legs, and that you will not be able to stand. So tie my legs and hands as well. And then he said, Father, I'll take my shirt off. You can give it to my mother, because she'll ask you what happened to me. Whenever she cries for me, just give her my shirt, and whenever she has it, so she'll remember me through that shirt. So he cried, and he did not have the courage to slaughter his own son. And at that point, when he slaughtered him, the verse was recited by the angels, Qad saddaqta ruya. You have made the dream true, O Ibrahim. And at that point, this was, Inni ja'iluka linnasi imama. We have made you an imam for the mankind. So the first point is trial. It comes after trial. Second point, Inni ja'iluka linnasi imama. Nas, all people, all mankind. We have made